Let's begin for any of these guys, and then we get to start with the Dodge Challenger. 2 minutes after this, 35 seconds after this. So I'm gonna have to buy some more after this race. Not a big deal. I'm getting a lot of notifications as you'll hear in the background on the Lumia. I have to drift 1,000 meters. I don't know if I'm going to be able to feasibly do that, but we will find out. First, let's get some of these guys wrecked. Oh yeah, this one has quite a bit of traffic too, so I'm gonna have to be very mindful of that. A lot, actually. I don't know if I'd say it's as bad as Tokyo, but it is pretty bad. And that slowed me down quite a bit. It didn't wreck me, but it did slow me down a lot. So I hope that doesn't happen again. This car just like garbage, so I have to be very careful. Get that flat spin there. Okay, let's see if we can drift to get 1,000. Okay, that guy was so in the way that it caused you to come down here. Well, let's just hope I can still win this race. Okay, I won. I was under the impression I was going to lose, but I did not. More additional storage space unlocked. That's much appreciated. Based on what I've heard during the previous tests, I tapped the screen pretty aggressively. I don't know how annoying that's going to sound when it comes time to actually edit and play this back. I personally don't think it's a big deal. Nobody's ever commented saying, oh, you hit the screen way too loudly. But just saying, it's something that I do notice. Like, it is audible and you will notice it. Or maybe you didn't until I actually mentioned it, so probably I shouldn't have even mentioned it to begin with. Anyways, moving on to the Alfa Romeo 8C Competizione. You know, I think it because it just did not go well. For one, I forgot to activate the tuning kit. I ran out of that. And then for two, the other guy was just entirely in the way in that tunnel, so that caused you to just fly right into the bus, which would have been very funny on your behalf, but certainly not on mine. So I had to restart because I don't want to miss any stars. I want to try and get as much of them as I can. For the harder ones, like say 2 perfect runs and something like Dubai, whatever, that's different. That can wait. But for this one, no. Like, if I can get the stars, then I should get the stars. Now, one of them says no Rex, and I just realized that this is Monaco, and Monaco is tough. It's very tough to avoid Rex. It's not impossible. For those of you that have played in the Homages event, okay, I was this yellow guy that almost got me wrecked because he just steer right into the bus. But we're not going to let that happen this time. This time around, I'm going to be very careful. Now, those other guys come ahead of me, because when those other guys come ahead of you, they just tend to do some very, very stupid things. Like, really stupid. Some of them will actually just be driving and they'll just drive right into another vehicle, or maybe just drive right into the wall. They're that dumb. Okay, be very careful these curves. They're full of lots of surprises like that. Well, actually, I kind of saw that one coming, so that wasn't a total surprise. But sometimes you do not see them coming, so you just have to take the curves very carefully. Watching whether or not I'll get a screenshot there. And I realized that we're coming to these bends. They're not as extreme as those S bends that we just endured. But still, be very careful. Because then we're going to be going up that hill. And there's that part with a rock. And the rock can just throw you off and get you wrecked if you don't drift. Yes, this is the rock I'm talking about. Oh yeah, and then there's that green car. Almost got me wrecked. But he did not get me because I was prepared. The classes races prepared me for these other races. For the other classes. Okay. This car has some very interesting headlights. Just look at it. Wow. 30,000 of course because there's no ramps to really much you can do in Monaco. The Audi RS4 Avant. I strongly believe I have the same. Yes, I do. For Avant, because from the last race I did not get enough knockdowns, nor did I beat the time required, so I'm gonna make sure I do that this time. This time I'm actually going to pay attention. This guy was actually trying to dodge. Wow. He was totally trying to dodge. There we go. See how easy that is. I could have gotten that done. I could have done that from the beginning. Just stop saying gotch, and gotch is not a word. I think I've only said that twice in this series of videos, so let's just try not to say that, or not even concentrate on that. Okay, anyway, moving on. So I missed that bus. Get those nitro. Or is it a word? I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But rather than concentrate on awkward things, let's slow down here so that we don't get wrecked in this tunnel. Alternatively, I could just stick to the far left, but that's kind of boring. That shows no skill. I mean, that is the best thing to do if you want to play it safe, but at the same time, it's not exactly flexing your skill. And if you do this, you can get some near misses, which means more points. Like that. Are you serious? As soon as I come out the tunnel, this white car is there waiting just to get me. Are you like, wow? What a troll car! What a total troll car! Seriously, what was that? He was just sitting right there. So as soon as I come out the tunnel, he's like, surprise! Boom. Well, it kind of doesn't work for his end either because like he gets wrecked too. Like, I mean, he doesn't have any goals or objectives here, but still. Well, actually, no, that's wrong right there. He does not have any goals or objectives, so he can afford to get me wrecked. Even if it hurts him, it doesn't matter because that car has no objective. Just need to make sure I can beat our timestamp. Will I make it? No, I did not make it. Okay, if it weren't for that wreck, I would have made it, but whatever. We'll just come back another time. I won't do this a third time. We'll just come back again. Oh, it's very annoying though. Like I would have seriously had all the stars if only it weren't for that white stroke card in the tunnel. If only. Whatever, we'll just move on to the Lotus 6-stage S Coupe. So we need to knock down to this race and we need to be at a time of 1 minute and 47 seconds. So let's go. You need to pay attention to the knockdowns. They can't just click and just be absent-minded. Again, being absent-minded causes a lot of problems. It can cause the car to stall, it can cause you to skid, the list is endless. So it's common sense, but don't be absent-minded when you're racing. Just don't. The amount of things that can go wrong is insane. And kind of hilarious too. There we go, 2 knockdowns. Okay, I had to throw the car to the side like that. I'm glad it didn't wreck. But as I told you from before, that when you take a screenshot, your brakes are temporarily unavailable. Venice. It's a fairly nice track, but it's not nice during the championships, and especially not nice during research and development. It's horrible. It's one of the worst. Although between it and San Diego Harbor, we obviously know what I'm going to say. It'd be San Diego Harbor. I mean, even just as a track in general, San Diego Harbor is just miserable. It is just straight up savage. It's treachery. It's brutal. It's cold. It's tough. And it's unforgiving. Now, some people might disagree with that and say, oh, San Diego is easy for me or whatever. But you know, no. San Diego, the amount of things that just exist in that track to get you wrecked is innumerable almost to say. Alright, maybe that's an exaggeration. But to me, I kind of think it's justified to say that, because San Diego Harbor is just that miserable when it comes down to wrecking. Way too easy to get wrecked. But on the flip side though, it is pretty quick, and it's not boring. Like, you can hop on ships, you can do lots of barrel rolls and flat spins, so it makes it fun for farming if it's like a Season 9 track or like Mastery 15. But just make sure you're really good at it, because if you're not, it's among the most savage tracks in the game. In my opinion, of course. Okay, so this race went through pretty smoothly, so that's great. And we can move on. How much will it be? Will it be 30,000 or 32,000? And it looks like it's going. Actually, no, I don't know yet. 30,000. Would have been nice if it was something. Actually, I wonder if any of them ever do. No, I don't think they'll do 40,000. If they did, that'd be cool, but it's not something I really expect to see. So slow. And now it looks overcast. Okay, I'm not talking about the game here, obviously. I'm talking about my personal environment. Okay, anybody could obviously tell. But for real though, it was nice and sunny earlier, and now it's just overcast. And of course, it's hot and humid, because that's the way Southern Ontario is. Southern Ontario is just hot and humid in the summer, in the late spring. So if you don't like the heat, and if you don't like the humidity, don't live in Southern Ontario or certain other places. Because, I mean, obviously Southern Ontario is not the only place that's hot and humid. And I think I just went the wrong way. Or was this the right way? I don't know. What am I doing? I just kind of lost tune of where I am, what I'm doing, because I started talking about the weather. Actually, no, it looks like I'm doing it right, I think. Okay, that bus just bounced my Lamborghini. Oh, speaking of the Euros, it's now an official car. What's disappointing, I hear, is the fact that it went with a V8 instead of a V10. Why would they do this? I don't know, but it wasn't honestly a good idea in my opinion, because even though the Euros looks cool, it doesn't make it very different from its competitors. Like when you think of the other SUVs that it also shares, or I should say crossovers, it shares a platform with, it's underwhelming to think about. It should have just went with a V10, because even the Bentayga, which also shared... I missed 3 flat spins, are you serious? But anyway, the Bentayga, it shares the same platform, and I think the Touareg does, the Cayenne does. Which one else? I don't know, there was some other ones. But anyway, I don't know. Should I do this again to get the 3 flat spins, or should I do that another time? I really don't know. Okay, how many other cards do I have to do? No, that's a D. You know, I'll come back another time. I thought I had that 40 thing max. Looks like I don't. No Rex and 91 seconds. Those are the requirements here. Okay, that would have been an epic scene to do a screenshot of. I don't know why I didn't. Okay, don't get wrecked, don't get wrecked. Okay, that was a close one. Okay, that should have been a wreck right there, but it did not turn out to be a wreck, so I'm really happy about that. That ramp is a troll ramp. It seems like it doesn't matter whether you flat spin on it, doesn't matter whether you try to do a barrel roll, it just messes with you. Now, there is a right way to change that ramp, but I can't be bothered with it. It's just too much trouble. It's more trouble than it's worth. Okay, and that thing was way too close to this ramp. Like, I don't know why they placed it so close to make you wreck. Actually, that's not what they're trying to do. Obviously, they're trying to make you wreck. Okay, let's come down here. Get that airspeed. And finish the race. Now, this car is really good nitro. I like that. I've actually put it before this race, so whatever. And we got all the stars required. Feel really tempted to do that Urus again. For season 9, Class C. Class C for cute cars, no, I'm kidding. Anyways, did you like this video? And out of all the tracks that raced on during this video, which one do you like the most? Comment, rate, like, subscribe, share, read my blog for information, and visit my Twitter page for my latest tweets. And do not forget to also participate in the polls located in the top right corner in the I circle.